Thank you for meeting with me today. I don't know if anything I have here will help you, but we'll go through it and explain it to you. We're in the business of helping to reduce taxes, increase cash flow, and eliminate debt. We specialize with insurance and annuities. We're looking to shave off years from your retirement age. Um, so I want you to listen there, see if there's anything that fits your needs. I'm not taking any money today, so sit back and relax. Okay? I work for Federal Financial Insurance, which financial insurance company, and they have $1 billion with assets and been in business for over 100 years. I have heard that they insured the tea at the Boston Tea Party, so they've been around a long time. And it is our job to help you to be financially independent. So, so in the last 10 years, the market has been really dicey, up and down, up and down. Along with that, inflation has risen very along with it, making the price of gas and food. Yeah, our income has raised, but inflation just keeping right up with it, making people pull out credit cards to take care of their needs, which is getting them further and further in debt and reducing their quality of life. Now, do you know, here's a quiz. If I had 100 people that retire today at 65, how many of them would be financially independent? But the number actually is 4. So I have a big job ahead of me. Now, what do you think the other 96 have to do? They have to move in with kiddies, go on welfare or Social Security, or go back to work and be one of those greeters at Walmart. Now, some of our people were in at Wendy's the other day and seen this grandmotherly type that was scraping gum off the floor. When approached by one of our agents, she told them that she could only work 4 hours a day or Social Security would take some money away from her. We don't want to be there. Okay, so we've developed 7 steps to guide people through this process and change their lifestyle. And the first one is, inspect what you expect. All right, you have to look at what you're spending today to find out what you need for tomorrow. So when you go to the grocery store and buy a carton of milk, write it down. Milk, $2.98. Cigarettes, $5. All right? So when we make this plan for you, we know whether you need $2,000 a month or $3,000. Okay? So our goal, again, is to get you to financial independence. So the second of those steps, increase your cash flow. Now, let me ask you this. Did you get a tax refund this year? You did. How big was it? So you're telling me that you give Uncle Sam $2,000 to use all year, interest-free, where I could have made you 10%. Now, is that silly? Well, that would increase your cash flow. But most of all, it would ensure your future financial independence. Okay, the next thought is to eliminate debt. All right, we have this debt eliminator. What we have you do is list all your credit cards and take the lowest one, pay it off first, and apply the amount you were paying there to the next one. Pay that off and just snowball effect to get it done. Now, let me tell you, I want you to celebrate every time you celebrate, whether it's a jig on the floor or whether it's going out to dinner. And this really works well. The next one is develop emergency fund. Now, the emergency fund should be in a safe place. It should have a better interest rate than your checking account. It should be completely liquid and be separate from your checking account and be funded symptomatically. All right. Now, emergency fund is for those emergencies. What if your little girl needs to go to the emergency room and they want $500 before they take her in? That's the emergency. When I first got my first $1,000 in my emergency fund, my alternator went out of my car. That's an emergency. But not that pizza you ordered tonight. That has nothing to do with an emergency. All right. So the next one is build a long-term financial independence. This is where we long-term savings and long-term income. Long-term saving and long-term income. So we're going to put some money back. Do you know what the law of 72 is? You don't? All right. We'll go through that. All right. If you had a 4% interest rate, divide by 72, that's 18 years. All right. So if I had $100 in 18 years, it would be 2. In 36 years, it would be 4. In 54 years, it would be 8. You see where I'm going with this? All right. Now let's take the same money and change the interest rate. Let's make it 12. Into 72 is 6. All right, here's $100. Here is 6. That makes 2. This is 12. That is 4. Here is 18. That is 8. Here is 24. That is 16. Here is 30. That is 32. Here is 36. Is 64. And here is 42. It's 12,800. You see, the money's the same. The time, well, at least till here was the same. Here you had $400. Here you had $6,400. The difference is only the interest rate. All right. So the more money you can put in, now let's see what happens with the theory of with that $10,000. If you had $10,000 to put in at 12% every 6 years, so we have 20, and we had 40 at 12. Now, if all your kids were raised and your mortgage paid off, how long would $40,000 last you? About a year, 2? Depends on how frugal you are, right? But that isn't a whole lot of money. All right, let's give it another 6 years, and we got $8,000. This is 18. We're at 24. We're at $16,000. Well, I forgot. $160,000. Another 6 at 30 is $320,000. 36 is $640,000. That's pretty nice. Now there was a guy. Now this is a story, but it could be true. That went into the bank and asked the banker, because he didn't understand this, how long would it take me and how much money would I have to have each month to be a millionaire by the time I'm 65. Well, the rate of inflation the rate of interest back there was about 5%. You can't get that today. It's more like 2 or 3. But back then, it was 10. All right. So the bankers figured it up, and he had to have $1,640 a month. Well, that was too much. The guy couldn't do that. So he left the bank without even investing anything. And so today he has nothing. You know him. He's a man at Walmart. Greet him. Very nice young man. But he's working at Walmart. Now, I don't want to work at Walmart. But I know a lady. This is back when interest rates were higher, maybe the 5%. Oh, I've got to finish telling my story. Now, let's take care of the rules of inflation. And if this 1640 was at 10%, he would have had to put $900 in. Now, I'm using round numbers to make it easier, but could you pay $900? Now, if we put in the other factor here, and that's taxes, he'd only have to have $438. Now, can you pay $438? Probably. And there's a lot of other people that could too. And by putting in $438 for 30 years, he'd be a millionaire. That's pretty nice. All right, I know a lady. She's a pastor's wife that had 6 kids and lived very frugally. But she took $10 of her grocery money and put in a savings account. Like I said, back then it was higher. And when they retired, they were financially independent. All because of $10. Now, $10 isn't very much. But the key here is you have to do something. Okay. So, build long-term financial independence. All right. And the last one is prepare an adequate estate plan. Something that tells you where you want your assets to go, who's to get what. Protect what you have and enjoy the peace of mind, knowing your loved ones will be cared for and taken care of. All right. So which one of these 7 steps are most appeal to you the most? Numbers 5 and 6. Yeah, that's what most everybody says. All right. So, how much do you think that you could put back each month out of your account? $400? Okay. So, if I can build you a financial plan with all your needs and all your concerns on, and figure in your dreams, would we be able to do business? Now, I've got some questions to ask you. The first 4 or 5 are yes and no, but they can't be maybe. I need honest answers. I need be as close as you can, because the closer we are, the closer you're going to be when you retire. Okay. So we'll fill out a financial needs analyst. I'll run it through our complicated computers and get back to you on different scenarios and different companies that will meet your need. All right. And if we do that, are you ready to do business? Is there somebody else that has to make the decision with you? So bring her next time. Okay. Would you be able to start this month or next month? Okay. All right. One last question. If I can do this for you, do you have 3 or 4 other friends that could use the same thing? Okay. Thank you very much. And what day are we going to get back together? Sunday at 2. All right. Bye. Thank you.